searching for items. So we don't have to do the searching for items thing, actually, because in co-op, Jet can just click them all for me. And then I'm skipping through all this tutorial stuff because I've already played this game on the channel before, and we all know what's up. The game is, the minerals we're picking up can be fed to Spectrobes to give them more experience.
Get over here.
Also, every time you see an experience thing pop up from having pulled something out of the ground, the child Spectrobe that is currently out, which is Komayinu, gets that experience. Come on. Hit these. I think we get a cutscene when I pick up the fossil. Alright, that's good enough. Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. Hey, this looks like some plain old rock.
It may look that way, but there's more to it than meets the eye.
You're telling me this rock is a transformer?
If only. I'm picking up an unusual signal from inside.
This is a guaranteed Torgo, which basically is a transformer now that I think about it.
You're right. You're fair.
What? Really?
Let's head back to Radice's house and ask him about it.
Click that on my left right there.
Yep, I see it.
Mine. I believe we get assaulted by Krawl here. Indeed we do. Get him. Anyways, Sabo, I have an emote after him. Best Spectrobe ever. He's a cactus dragon. There's literally nothing more you could ask for out of a Spectrobe. Minergy, so when you kill stuff, they drop orbs that can heal you, etc., etc.
Oh, cool.
Good. And also, chat, by the way, if you're watching this and you're like, man, the camera seems like a nightmare in this game, it's because the co-op camera is a nightmare. And we actually could adjust it to be better, but I have to take my hand off of the attack button to use the camera controls because of how jank this is, because it's meant to be on a Wii. Which I'm playing this on a legit Wii. Or, no, I'm sorry, I'm playing this on my legit SNES. CNL. I was watching your Chain of Memories playthrough. It made me think. You talked about how much you like deck builder games. I was wondering if Board Game Simulator has things like DC Deck Builder or Marvel Legendary. It definitely has those if someone has made the workshop mod for it. It entirely depends on if someone... The Tabletop Simulator has everything, assuming that, first of all, it doesn't get hit with the DMCA thing, because I know that Munchkin did on Tabletop Simulator, so it's not there anymore, or at least it's harder to find. And then it just depends on if someone actually went through the trouble of making the mod and scripting it and whatnot. If they did, would that be something you would play? No, absolutely not. I don't think I would ever play, like, a deck builder like that. I assume what you're talking about is something probably akin to, like, Hearthstone or something, where you, like, build a deck and then play against people, or, like, a TCG, like, trading card game. No, I have no interest in playing something like that. I enjoy deck builders when it's me against, like, something like Chain of Memories, where you go through, like, a video game, like, levels and bosses and etc., or Slay the Spire is the biggest example. I love Slay the Spire. I do not like deck builders that are, like, hey, here's, like, a TCG format, make a deck that you like, and then, like, play other people or whatever. It does not interest me. Well done. It seems you have found a fossil block. A fossil block? What in the world is that? It's a block with... Come on, Rallen. Just a little bit of context clues, I'm begging you. As time goes by, Spectrobe fossils buried in the ground become encased in stone that become perfect cubes. Don't ask how. In the Kaio system, these stone masses containing fossils are called fossil blocks. You must remove the surrounding stone to free the fossil within. Then you must awaken the fossilized Spectrobe from its long slumber. But excavating a fossil from stone requires special technology beyond what we have in our village.
Special technology? I bet I could build a machine to excavate fossils with.
Oh, it's just a thing you can do, huh? That's nice.
Yeah.
Careful now, Jeena. Don't go biting off more than you can chew, like, you know, the rock minerals that we eat.
Hey, cut me some slack, will you? Besides, I built plenty of machines before, haven't I?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I'll leave you to your mad scientist tinkering and meet you at the ship later.
Sounds like a plan. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you see what I'm going to create.
Well, now I'm a little worried. Now it sounds, like, mysteriously threatening.
Best kind of mystery.
Time to head back to the ship? Wait a sec. Which way is which? I'm not used to this village yet. We've literally gone in 2 different directions. Let's see. That road in front of that big antenna-like photon drive leads to the exit for Deception Hill. And if I climb the slope on the right side of the hill, I should find our ship's landing site. Better hurry, Komai Inu. Jeena will chew me out if I keep her waiting too long. I don't understand why you didn't just go back to the ship with Jeena, to be honest.
Yeah, why didn't they just have you quick travel back to the ship?
I think you run into Krawl over here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Probably just another forced fight to keep getting you used to the combat. Because I think they throw you at the first boss of this planet pretty quick. See you later, Lone Wolf. Thanks for dropping in, brother.
Yeah, we do have a fight.
I knew it. Oh, back to our favorite Spectrobes. Sabo #1. Probably Zappy is my second after that. Zappazor, or whatever it's called.
I know Zappazor is the adults, and I don't remember what the last one is.
The last one is basically the second one anyway. It doesn't change its design much between the two, but it's such a good design it doesn't matter. And sometimes it's better that way, because, you know, you got some Spectrobes like Torga who actually look worse in their final form.
You're right.
I'm gonna shove so many minerals down Asabo's
Sorry,
throat.
I'm just trying to look.
Mine. Alright, Jeena, you didn't light the ship on fire, did you?
Just pay no mind to the flashing lights. Everything fine. It's all fine. It's about time, Rallen. The lab system is now complete.
Great, I hope it works.
And here it is, the lab system. We can use this to excavate fossils, awaken Spectrobes, you name it.
All in one, huh? Nice, hurry up and show me how it works. Alright, time to go over how to excavate. So, chat, I'm using my mouse for this, don't forget. So, it's gonna be a bit of a nightmare. I tested this off stream to make sure it was actually doable, and it is doable. But if you watch my Origins playthrough like 3 years ago, where I was playing it on an actual Wii U and thus was using an actual Wiimote, I'm not gonna be nailing these excavates quite as well as I was back then because of having to use a mouse instead. It's very finicky. Alright, time to excavate. Hello there. Here we go. You can't see it, chat, because I have it turned off because I think it would look bad on the video. You can't see my mouse cursor, but where that scanner on the screen is not exactly where my mouse cursor is. It's always a little ways out from my mouse cursor because the Wiimote-like functionality of it is very, very finicky. So, like, when I move it to the left, the little cursor thing moves like 1.5 times the distance that the mouse actually does. So it just gets further and further away, and it's going to be a headache, basically. So just be aware when you're like, Chaos, how did you screw this up so bad? It's not as simple as it looks because I'm not using an actual Wiimote. Anyways, I know how to excavate, and this is a co-op. This is the second time this playthrough has been done on the channel, so I'm just, like, skipping through the tutorials. Look at that little lad.
It's a little guy.
It's a little dude. It will not let me put more than one bomb. Rude. This is also the least efficient way to do this, the way the tutorial has you do it. You should not be, like... You should, like, scan and then immediately laser following the scan while you have the outline in your head or in your mind's eye, etc. Doing it like this is terrible. Also, like, laser and drill and scanner are, like, the only... I mean, scanner is just because you kind of have to. It's really just laser and drill are the only ones that matter. Scanner makes laser a bit easier, and then you have to use blower on the last of it. Hammer and bomb are, like, worthless. See, I wish I could pull out the scanner here. Okay, good. The hammer, the worst of all of these. I would rather use bombs than hammer. Yep, I hit it. So you're gonna see that happen with hammer. We are never gonna use hammer outside of the tutorial because it is a nightmare to use with my mouse. I'm basically having to hold a button on my mouse to mimic the Wiimote swinging, and it's very finicky on when it actually, like, takes the input well or not. Which means that, like, right there, it swung one more time than I wanted it to, and that's why it hit the fossil. But this actually isn't too bad as soon as the game doesn't force me to use the items it wants me to use. I think I'll be able to do some decent excavations. Emphasis on decent.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I just killed a Torga, if the game will let me skip the tutorial. Please, for the love of all that is holy, put me on the drill.
Why are we still hammering?
Do I have to get to 90%? Is that what you want from me here, game? Okay, thank you. Alright, drill. Much more usable. Still finicky with the control setup we have. Bum, 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 bum. It's probably gonna make me get to like 98% before it lets me switch off of this. Maybe 95 if I'm lucky. 95 would be preferable. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, see, right here I would love to switch to the blower because it would make it a lot easier to see where I still need to drill, but the game's tutorial is stupid and makes you do this first excavate very unoptimally. I get that they want you to use everything to learn it, but, like, this sucks. I should be allowed to use the blower here. Normally, if I started blowing... Okay, there we go. If I had started blowing there, sometimes the game suddenly decides, like, oh, you know what? Now you're actually good to go anyway.
Yeah.
It'll let you blow off stuff that it wouldn't have even let you use the blower on before.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Torga.
Poor little guy.
Getting a rank C because the game forced me to do it poorly.
Alright, the fossil should be nice and clean now. Now all you have to do is awaken the Spectrobe sleeping within.
One Spectrobe wake-up call coming right up.
Okay, all you have to do is select the fossil you want to awaken.
Now, this was something that I was actually worried would stop us from doing this playthrough, chat, is that we had to also, on top of mapping stuff for... Jet, you gotta stop
Oops,
not ever pressing your mouse.
My bad, sorry.
One of
I'll
the
make
things
sure to do
that
that more often.
you should just hit WASD on your keyboard every now and then, Jet, because that'll keep it awake.
Oh yeah,
But
that'll do it.
we had to map not just Wiimote motions to do this, but nunchuck motions, which wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, but when I first ran into this, I was like, oh no, is this even going to be doable? What button did I map the nunchuck to? Is it C? So we have to shake the nunchuck for pink ones, and then the Wiimote for blue ones. It is not C. What button did I set this to? It's Z. Interesting. There we go. It's a little guy.
Oh, it's a little guy.
You awaken Torga. This Spectrobe will become a fast combo attack fighter, if you evolve it. Give the Spectrobe a name. You want to nickname Spectrobes? We only get 6 digits.
Let's just call it Torga. Or Torque.
But make up your mind. Are we nicknaming them, or are we just giving them their default names?
Yeah, just give them their default names.
And there you have it. Look, Jeena, we have a bouncy new child form, a regular bundle of energy.
Yeah, must be really happy to be awakened from that fossil after who knows how long. The Spectrobes awakened here are automatically sent to an incubator room. From there you can check a Spectrobe status and change them in and out of your Cosmolink. Pretty neat, huh? Open the lab system and choose Spectrobes to view the incubator rooms.
I forgot how long the Wittera tutorial section is for this game.
This is a very long tutorial.
For such a simplistic game, especially.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like this is an 80-hour JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
It's so weird that they give you another fire Spectrobe as your tutorial one.
That is true. They should give you a different type.
So, oh, that way this is you. Never
Oh,
mind.
it's me. So you master using the lab system yet? I have a surprise for you. Another new machine! It's a data machine!
What does it do?
It's like an encyclopedia on all the stuff you've come across so far. Use it to learn more about Spectrobes, items, places, you name it.
Okay, so it's excavate, awaken, and set a lineup. Now that we have that down, let's go collect tons of fossils.
Not so fast, Hyperboy. Awakening a fossil only gets you a child form Spectrobe. Child forms have their uses, but we're going to need some more adult forms to help us in battle.
You have a point there, Jeena. Only 2 Spectrobes won't cut it in a tough battle.
That's why we need to evolve child forms into adult forms. The only problem is, the Spectrobes here in the Kaio system are slightly different from ours back in
Nanairo.
Nanairo.
So you think the method for evolving them is different?
Precisely. Let's go talk to Radis. Maybe he knows something that could help us.
Good idea. Next stop, Radis's house. This is one of the few things that I actually think the DS games did better than Origins. Evolving Spectrobes in this game is so plain. It's literally just like be at level, and it's a standardized level for all of them. All childs evolve into adults at level 5, and all adults evolve into evolved. I think they're called evolved at level 30, I want to say. Whereas in the DS games, they have like unique levels and sometimes even statistic requirements more akin to Digimon.
Ah.
Well, now I see you have awakened the Spectrobe from its slumber. Well done, my young Spectrobe masters. In order to help Spectrobes grow, you'll need to feed them minerals. Minerals come in various colors, and their effectiveness varies greatly by type. There are also special minerals that raise attack or defense power. I recommend you try finding some.
Got it. What about evolving Spectrobes, Radis? Do you know anything about that?
Evolution, I know that Spectrobes have 3 forms, child, adult, and evolved. Child forms cannot battle, but they can find buried objects like minerals and other Spectrobe fossils. They evolve into adult forms. An adult Spectrobe is strong and can battle the Krawl. And their final form, most powerful form, is evolved. Amazing creatures, really. But I'm afraid the method of evolving them is only known to Spectrobe masters. Perhaps you can find a clue inside the former Spectrobe master's cave? Cave? What cave? Yeah, we're gonna go hit up this dude's man cave. Let's get it. It was home to the Spectrobe master who lived here on Wittera some 30 years ago. I have no doubt he knew how to evolve the Spectrobes here on this planet. Look for some clues there.
The Spectrobe Master's cave, huh? Let's go check it out, Rallen.
Jet.
I'm sorry,
You need to internalize pressing just W on your keyboard every now and then. That will drive me insane.
I know, I'm sorry.
Right behind you, Jeena. Very well then, exit through the main gate and follow the road. Cross sunny grassland until you reach the Valley of Mist. Yeah, sounds safe. There you will find a cave entrance on the face of a cliff. Dude, this guy's man cave is 30 years old. I'm not sure I want to go there. Streamlining things like evolution requirements removes some of the character of the game, I feel. Yeah. I think it was a mistake on their part. They, when they made Origins for the Wii, I think they were really worried. Probably after, because I think I don't remember specifics, but I'm pretty sure that Beyond the Portals was a little more complex than the first DS game. When they moved it to the Wii for the first time for Origins, which is the third game, I think that the developers were really worried about it being a little too complex. And so they took it down from 2 Spectrobes to 1 Spectrobe in combat, which I actually don't mind. I think that part is fine. And then they also just standardized the evolution for all the Spectrobes, which I think was a stupid thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the, like, very few complaints I have with this game. You don't really want to leave the village, do you? It's crawling with Krawl out there, so to speak. Yeah, but we have to go find the Spectrobe Master's cave. Sorry, but even if I did open the gate, you wouldn't get very far.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
The Krawl destroyed the bridge, so there's no way across the river. We'd like to repair it, but that's just not possible with the Krawl around. Leave it to us. We'll get rid of those pesky Krawl for you. You will? Really? In that case, hold on while I open the gate. Be careful out there. There's a Krawl by the bridge that's bigger than the rest. You should save before you leave. There's a save point in front of the Photon Drive in the center of the village. Saving is for cowards.